So here's something fun for the holidays, a 100 question Stephen King quiz. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave Musson, at Dave Musson on Instagram, and this is the place where I talk to you about all things Stephen King. Now, usually I'm talking about the books, I'm talking about the movies, all of that kind of stuff, but it's the end of the year, it's time for a bit of downtime, play some games, do some trivia maybe, and when it comes to trivia and Stephen King, well, without wanting to blow my own trumpet too much, I'm your guy. So I thought I'd put together a Stephen King quiz, especially for you. It's got 100 questions. It's relatively spoiler free, although you obviously need to know your Stephen King stuff to get 100 out of 100. But mainly, it's just a bit of fun, and that's what this video is going to be. Now, the questions that form up this 100 question quiz are a mixture of some brand new ones I've created just for this video and a selection from my book, The Ultimate Stephen King Quiz Book, which was released at the end of 2022, is available right now on Amazon in paperback and hardback, Barnes & Noble as well. Links are in the description. And I guess this quiz is a bit of a try before you buy if you haven't already. And if you have bought one already, well, you should ace the questions from here, but also I do have book plates available. Just cover the cost of postage and I will send you a signed scribble that you can stick in your book as well. So do let me know if you want any of those. But anyway, we're going to jump into the quiz. Like I say, some taken from here, some brand new. Play along. Let me know in the comments at the end how you get on. No cheating, of course. I'm trusting you to mark your own. But like I say, there's 100 points available here. Maybe gather some friends around, do it as a team. And what we'll do is we'll do a round and then the answers, a round and then the answers. And I'll put timestamps to all of the rounds and answers for each of them. So if you don't want to do the quiz in one go, you can pick it up whenever you come back. We've got a mixture of stuff to go through here. I think you'll enjoy it. So yeah, I think it's time to get this quiz underway. Let's start this special 100 question Stephen King quiz. So to kick off, we're going straight in with quiz number 1 from the Ultimate Stephen King Quiz Book by me. Cover art by Blake Austin, Loudmouth Threads. And that is just general Stephen King trivia. So there's 19 questions here. See how you get on. We'll go through the questions and then I'll give you the answers and we'll be up and running. So question 1. What was the date that King was knocked down by a distracted driver and almost killed? What was the date that King was knocked down by a distracted driver and almost killed? Question 2. What was the name of that driver? What's the name of that driver? Question 3. What happened to that driver? There are questions not about this, by the way. What happened to that driver? Question 4. King famously wrote under the pseudonym Richard Bachman, but what other 2 pen names has he used? King famously wrote under the pseudonym Richard Bachman, but what other 2 pen names has he used? Question 5. What is King's full name? What is King's full name? Question 6. What is King's date of birth? What's his date of birth? Question 7. Which of King's characters shares his birthday? Which of King's characters shares his birthday? Question 8. At which university did King teach creative writing? At which university did King teach creative writing? Question 9. In which Maine city was King born? In which Maine city was King born? Question 10. How old was King when his father Donald went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back? How old was King when his dad left? Question 11. What surname was King's father born with? What surname was King's father born with? Question 12. What's the name of King's unfinished online novel? What's the name of King's unfinished online novel? Question 13. According to wealthygorilla.com in 2020, what was Stephen King's net worth? According to wealthygorilla.com in 2020, what was King's net worth? Question 14. Which fellow author did King piss off in 2020 when he tweeted that trans women were women? Which fellow author did King piss off in 2020 when he tweeted that trans women were women? Question 15. King's baseball team is the Boston Red Sox. As we sit here right now, when was their last World Series win? When was the last time the Red Sox won the World Series? Question 16. Which Scottish soccer team did King mention in If It Bleeds and is now a fully fledged supporter of? So which Scottish soccer team gets a mention in If It Bleeds and King is now a fully fledged supporter of? Question 17. What was the title of the first story that King ever sold? What was the title of the first story that King ever sold? Question 18. In 2015, what was King awarded from the US National Endowment for the Arts for his contributions to literature? So what honour was King awarded from the US National Endowment for the Arts in 2015 for his contributions to literature? And question 19. What's the name of the newspaper King produced with his brother in school? What's the name of the newspaper King produced with his brother in school? Give you a clue on that one. It's the same name as my newsletter. So, date he was knocked down, name of the driver, what happened to the driver, other two pen names besides Richard Bachman, King's full name, date of birth, which character shares his birthday, which university did King teach creative writing, which main city was he born, how old when his dad left, what surname did King's dad have when he was born, what's the name of that unfinished online novel, what was King's net worth in 2020, which other author did he piss off, when did the Red Sox last win the World Series, who's the Scottish soccer team King supports, supposedly, what was the title of the first story King ever sold, what did he receive in 2015, and what was the name of his newspaper? Answers coming right up. Okay, round one answers then. So, question 1, the date was 19th of June 1999. Question 2, the driver was Brian Edwin Smith. Question 3, that driver died by suicide on King's birthday in 2000. Question 4, those other two pen names. We've got Beryl Evans for Charlie the Choo Choo and John Swithin for the original version of the Fifth Quarter. Question 5, King's full name, Stephen Edwin King. Question 6, his birthday, 21st of September 1947. Question 7, the character that shares his birthday, Carrie White. Question 8, University of Maine. Question 9, Portland. Question 10, King was 2 when his dad left. Question 11, King's dad's surname at birth was Pollock. Question 12, that unfinished online novel, The Plant. Question 13, his net worth in 2020, $400 million. Question 14, he pissed off J.K. Rowling. Question 15, the last time the Red Sox won the World Series was 2018. Question 16, that Scottish soccer team is Bucky Thistle. Question 17, the first story he sold was The Glass Floor. Question 18, he was awarded the National Medal of Arts. And question 19, Dave's Rag. There's your first 19 questions. Let's move on to round 2. Round 2 is a quick fire round, and it's the first of our haikus round. So in this book, as well as writing all of these questions, I decided to write a haiku for every Stephen King book and movie. So I'm going to read you 4 of these haikus, and I just want you to tell me which book this haiku is about. So let's get into these haikus. So first haiku. Plug it up, you said. Not a very clever move. See you at the prom. Plug it up, you said. Not a very clever move. See you at the prom. Haiku number 2. Johnny on the ice. Then Johnny got in a crash. Now he don't shake hands. Johnny on the ice. Then Johnny got in a crash. Now he don't shake hands. Haiku 3. Go back in time. Bide your time and stop the shot. Go back in time. Go back in time. Bide your time and stop the shot. Go back in time. And the final haiku for this round, haiku number 4. Cuffed to a bedpost. Watch out for the space cowboy. Oh, and the dog. Cuffed to a bedpost. Watch out for the space cowboy. Oh, and for the dog. Answers coming right up. So those haikus. First one was Carrie, second one was The Dead Zone, third one was 11/22/63, and the fourth one was Gerald's Game. Carrie, The Dead Zone, 11/22/63, and Gerald's Game. That's another 4 points. You're now looking at a score out of 23. How are you getting on? Are you winning? If you're playing against other people, if you're playing against yourself, you obviously are winning, but you're also losing. Let's go on to round 3. So round 3, a simple one. It's Where in the World 1, which is quiz number 4 in this book. And basically, I want to know which king stories are set in the following locations. So I'm just going to read 19 locations. You need to tell me which king stories are set there. Let's get into it. Number 1, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Number 2, Chamberlain. Chamberlain. Number 3, Goat Island. Goat Island. Number 4, Little Tall Island. Little Tall Island. Number 5, Cleves Mill. Cleves Mill. Number 6, Rock and Roll Heaven. Rock and Roll Heaven. Number 7, the Dolphin Hotel. The Dolphin Hotel. Number 8, Junction City, Iowa. Junction City, Iowa. Number 9, Booyah Moon. Booyah Moon. Number 10, Ackerman's Field. Ackerman's Field. Number 11, Cold Mountain Penitentiary. Cold Mountain Penitentiary. Number 12, Cyclopean Mountains. Cyclopean Mountains. Number 13, Calla Bryn Sturgis. Calla Bryn Sturgis. Number 14, Daughters and Sisters. Daughters and Sisters. Number 15, Cumberland Consolidated High School. Cumberland Consolidated High School. Number 16, Harwich, Connecticut. Harwich, Connecticut. Number 17, Placerville, Maine. Placerville, Maine. Number 18, the Slumberland Motel. The Slumberland Motel. And number 19, Mooselookit Island. Mooselookit Island. So that's Pittsburgh, Chamberlain, Goat Island, Little Tall Island, Cleves Mill, Rock and Roll Heaven, the Dolphin Hotel, Junction City, Iowa, Booyah Moon, Ackerman's Field, Cold Mountain Penitentiary, Cyclopean Mountains, Calla Bryn Sturgis, Daughters and Sisters, Cumberland Consolidated High School, Harwich, Connecticut, Placerville, Maine, Slumberland Motel, and Mooselookit Island. Answers coming right up. So, the stories I was after were number 1, Christine, number 2, Carrie, number 3, The Reach, number 4, either Dolores Claiborne or Storm of the Century, number 5, The Dead Zone, number 6, You Know They've Got a Hell of a Band, number 7, 1408, number 8, The Library Policeman, number 9, Lisey's Story, number 10, N, number 11, The Green Mile, number 12, The Gunslinger, number 13, Wolves of the Calla, number 14, Rose Madder, number 15, Salem's Lot, number 16, Low Men in Yellow Coats, number 17, Rage, number 18, Firestarter, and number 19, The Colorado Kid. So once again, Christine, Carrie, The Reach, Dolores Claiborne or Storm of the Century, The Dead Zone, You Know They've Got a Hell of a Band, 1408, The Library Policeman, Lisey's Story, N, The Green Mile, The Gunslinger, Wolves of the Calla, Rose Madder, Salem's Lot, Low Men in Yellow Coats, Rage, Firestarter, and The Colorado Kid. You are now up to 42 points. How are you getting on? Feeling confident? Let's see how you get on in the next round, shall we? So round 4 is another haikus round, but it's films and TV adaptations this time. So same as the haikus from before, I'll read you the haiku. You tell me which film or TV adaptation, miniseries, whatever this haiku is about. Okay, let's get on with it. So, haiku number 1. Remake an icon? No, instead make something true. Better than you'd think. Remake an icon? No, instead make something true. Better than you think. Haiku 2 from the films and adaptations. This movie just fails. No fear, no horror, just flat. Straight to DVD. This movie just fails. No fear, no horror, just flat. straight to DVD. Haiku 3. Proper old school fun. Monsters, gore, crazy Christians. Best in black and white. Proper old school fun. Monsters, gore, crazy Christians. Best in black and white. And final haiku for this round. Okay, Trey cool twist. Why show it in the trailer? Oh, stupid ending. Okay, Trey cool twist. Why show it in the trailer? Oh, stupid ending. Those are your 4 haikus. The answers coming right up. So those haikus. First of all, it was the Shining mini-series from 1997. The Shining mini-series. Second was Mercy. Yep, you forgot about that as well, didn't you? Third was The Mist. And finally, the 2019 version of Pet Sematary. So the Shining mini-series, Mercy, The Mist, and the 2019 Pet Sematary. Yes, a deliberately difficult round, but 4 points on offer, taking us to a grand total of 46 points so far. We're almost halfway there, folks. How are you doing? Feeling good? Okay, let's get into another 19 question round, shall we? Okay, so another longer round coming up. This is King and Music. Not a quiz without a music round, and I'm very much into King and music. Obviously, my band Chapter 19 has a song, Stephen. You can check out my special I did of Stephen King inspired songs as well, if you want a bit of a fun playlist for afterwards. But let's jump into these questions, shall we? So, question 1. The Anthrax song Skeletons in the Closet is inspired by which King novella? Skeletons in the Closet, what's that inspired by? Question 2. Which band's piercing guitars were a key part to the soundtrack of Maximum Overdrive? Which band did the soundtrack to Maximum Overdrive? Question 3. Metallica's second album, Ride the Lightning, was inspired by a line in which novel? King novel, obviously. So Ride the Lightning, Metallica's second album, that title was inspired by a line in which King novel? In 1988, King provided a spoken narrative intro to an updated version of the song Astronomy. Which band played that song? So in 1988, King did a spoken intro to a new version of the song Astronomy. Which band played that? Question 5. With which artist did King collaborate in 1996 for the 40-minute music video to the song Ghosts? Who did King collaborate with in 1996 for the music video for Ghosts? Question 6. What's the name of the band in which King plays guitar with a bunch of other authors? What's King's band called? Question 7. What was the album by Shooter Jennings and his band Hierophant that King provided a narration for in 2012? So Shooter Jennings had an album out in 2012 that King did a narration for. What was that album called? So, question 8. Which Dutch post-hardcore band, who are named after a character from the Green Mile, had a video go viral of their singer catching a beer while he was standing on top of the crowd? So what's the Dutch post-hardcore band who are named after a character from the Green Mile whose singer was out walking across the crowd and caught a beer? So question 9. The author of this book, Your Quizmaster, plays in the band Chapter 19, and our debut single was about Stephen King. What was that single called? What's the name of my band's song about Stephen King? Question 10. Which Black Sabbath song shares a name with a 70s King novel? Which Sabbath song has the same name as a 70s King novel? Question 11. Which band, a favourite of King's, wrote the theme tune for the 1989 adaptation of Pet Sematary? Which one of King's favourite bands did the theme tune for the Pet Sematary movie in 1989? Question 12. Which German band released a 1990 album called Tommyknockers? Which German band released an album called Tommyknockers? Question 13. The 2015 Ice Nine Kills song Hell in the Hallway is based on which King novel? Ice Nine Kills song Hell in the Hallway is based on which King novel? Question 14. The 1994 Ash song Jack Names the Planets is taken from which King book? So Ash's song title, Jack Names the Planets, what book is that taken from? Question 15. Which Southern California punk band is named after one of King's characters from Derry? Which punk band from Southern California is named after one of King's characters from Derry? Question 16. Nightwish wrote a song inspired by Wolves of the Calla in 2007. What was it called? Nightwish have a song inspired by Wolves of the Calla in 2007. What's it called? Question 17. Which song on Brand New's The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me takes its title from one of King's stories within a story? I'll read that one again. So Brand New have an album called The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. There's a song on there that takes its title from one of King's stories within a story. Which one is it? Question 18. Terror Train by Demons and Wizards is told from the perspective of which character? Terror Train by Demons and Wizards is told from the perspective of which King character? And question 19. Wishbone Ash's 1981 single Number the Brave was inspired by which King novel? Wishbone Ash, their 1981 song Number the Brave was inspired by which King novel? So, question 1, Skeletons in the Closet. What's that? Question 2, the band on Maximum Overdrive soundtrack. Question 3, where did Ride the Lightning come from? Question 4, who wrote the song Astronomy? Question 5, who did King collaborate with for Ghosts? Question 6, what's King's band name? Question 7, Shooter Jennings album. Question 8, Dutch post-hardcore band named after a Green Mile character. Question 9, my band's song about Stephen King, what's it called? Question 10, Black Sabbath album that shares a name with the King novel. Question 11, who wrote the Pet Sematary theme song? Question 12, who released an album called Tommyknockers? Question 13, Hell in the Hallways based on which song? Question 14, Jack Names the Planets comes from where? Question 15, punk band named after which character from Derry? Question 16, what's the Nightwish song inspired by Wolves of the Calla? Question 17, it's the Brand New song with the title taken from one of King's stories within a story. Question 18, Terror Train is written from the perspective of which King character? And question 19, Wishbone Ash's song Number the Brave, which one's that inspired by? A lot there. Answers coming right up. Okay, the answers to the King and music round then. So, we've got Apt Pupil for the Anthrax song, AC/DC, Maximum Overdrive, The Stand for Ride the Lightning, Blue Oyster Cult for Astronomy, Michael Jackson for Ghosts, Rock Bottom Remainders is King's band, Black Ribbons is the Shooter Jennings album, John Coffey is the Dutch post-hardcore band, Stephen is my band's song, The Shining is the Black Sabbath song, which is on the album Eternal Idol, the Ramones, of course, did the Pet Sematary soundtrack, Blind Guardian released the album Tommyknockers, Carrie is what the Ice Nine Kills song is about. The Talisman is where that Ash song title comes from. Pennywise is the punk band. 7 Days to the Wolves is the Wolves of the Calla song from Nightwish. Sowing Season is the Brand New song. Blame the Mono is who Terror Train is written from. And The Stand is the Wishbone Ash song. So Apt Pupil, AC/DC, The Stand, Blue Oyster Cult, Michael Jackson, Rock Bottom Remainders, Black Ribbons, John Coffey, Stephen, The Shining, The Ramones, Blind Guardian, Carrie, The Talisman, Pennywise, 7 Days to the Wolves, Sowing Season, Blame the Mono, and The Stand. There's another 19 points there. That takes us up to 65 in total. How are you getting on? Good. We've got more coming up. So the next round's simple. It's all about connections. I'm going to read you a few clues, and they all have a connection. I want you to tell me what the connection is. So, if I were to say, Carrie, Salem's Lot, and The Shining, the connection would be they're all novels by Stephen King. Rest assured, they're a bit more in-depth than that, but that was just an example to give you an idea. So you're telling me the connection, I'm giving you the connected clues. There's 4 questions here to take us up to 69 points. Behave. Let's do this. So first one, Sid Noonan, Ralph Carver, and the Trash Can Man. Sid Noonan, Ralph Carver, and the Trash Can Man. Sid Noonan, Ralph Carver, the Trash Can Man. What's the connection? Question 2. Gwendy's Button Box, the Sundog, and the Body. Gwendy's Button Box, the Sundog, and the Body. Gwendy's Button Box, the Sundog, and the Body. What connects those? Question 3. Chloe Grace Moretz, Angela Bettis, Sissy Spacek. Chloe Grace Moretz, Angela Bettis, Sissy Spacek. What connects those? And finally in this round, Danny Coughlin's Bad Dream, The Answer Man, and Rattlesnakes. Danny Coughlin's Bad Dream, The Answer Man, and Rattlesnakes. Those 4 questions again. Question 1, Sid Noonan, Ralph Carver, and the Trash Can Man. Question 2, Gwendy's Button Box, the Sun Dog, and the Body. Question 3, Chloe Grace Moretz, Angela Bettis, and Sissy Spacek. And question 4, Danny Coughlin's Bad Dream, The Answer Man, and Rattlesnakes. What are the connections for those? I will tell you in just a moment. Okay, the answers to the connections round then. So Sid, Ralph, Trash Can Man, all played by Matt Frewer in the relevant adaptations. So Matt Frewer is your connection. Gwendy, Sundog, The Body, they're all set in Castle Rock. There's your connection, all set in Castle Rock. Chloe, Angela, Sissy, of course, they have all played Carrie White. All played Carrie. And lastly, Danny Coughlin's Bad Dream, The Answer Man, Rattlesnakes, they are all previously unpublished stories that are going to appear in You Like It Darker in 2024. So those connections again, Matt Frewer, set in Castle Rock, they've all played Carrie, and they're previously unpublished stories that are going to be in You Like It Darker. And to get the point, you need the previously unpublished bit. Yep, I'm being that tough. That takes us up to 69 points. Guess we've got another 19 question quiz from my quiz book coming right up. Another 19 question one. This is quiz number 6 from the book, and it's first lines. I'm going to read you the first lines of the Stephen King book or story, and you need to tell me which ones it is. So let's go. Number 1, Rain of Stones Reported. Rain of Stones Reported. Number 2, Sally, a mutter. Wake up now, Sally. Sally, a mutter. Wake up now, Sally. Question 3. By the time he graduated from college, John Smith had forgotten all about that bad fall he took on the ice that January day in 1953. By the time he graduated from college, John Smith had forgotten all about the bad fall he took on the ice that January day in 1953. Question 4. Once upon a time, not so long ago, a monster came to the small town of Castle Rock, Maine. Once upon a time, not so long ago, a monster came to the small town of Castle Rock, Maine. Question 5. On September 15th, 1981, a boy named Jack Sawyer stood where the water and land come together, hands in the pockets of his jeans, looking out at the steady Atlantic. On September 15th, 1981, a boy named Jack Sawyer stood where the water and land come together, hands in the pockets of his jeans, looking out at the steady Atlantic. Question 6. The terror, which would not end for another 28 years, if it ever did end, began, so far as I know or can tell, with a boat made from a sheet of newspaper floating down a gutter swollen with rain. The terror, which would not end for another 28 years, if it ever did end, began, so far as I know or can tell, with a boat made from a sheet of newspaper floating down a gutter swollen with rain. Question 7. These sounds even in the haze. These sounds even in the haze. Question 8. People's lives, their real lives, as opposed to the simple physical existences, begin at different times. People's lives, their real lives, as opposed to their simple physical existences, begin at different times. Question 9. You've been here before. Sure you have. Sure. I never forget a face. You've been here before. Sure you have. Sure. I never forget a face. Question 10. Jessie could hear the back door banging lightly, randomly, in the October breeze blowing around the house. Jessie could hear the back door banging lightly, randomly, in the October breeze blowing around the house. Question 11. She sits in the corner, trying to draw air out of a room which seemed to have plenty just a few minutes ago, and now seems to have none. She sits in the corner, trying to draw air out of the room which seemed to have plenty just a few minutes ago, and now seems to have none. Question 12. Oh, Jesus, gross. What, Mary, what? Didn't you see it? See what? Oh, Jesus, gross. What, Mary, what? Didn't you see it? See what? Question 13. On a very hot day in August of 1994, my wife told me she was going down to the Derry Rite Aid to pick up a refill on her sinus medication prescription. This is stuff you can buy over the counter these days, I believe. On a very hot day in August of 1994, my wife told me she was going down to the Derry Rite Aid to pick up a refill on her sinus medicine prescription. This is stuff you can buy over the counter these days, I believe. Question 14. SSDD. It became their motto and Jonesy couldn't for the life of him remember which of them started saying it first. SSDD. It became their motto and Jonesy couldn't for the life of him remember which of them started saying it first. Question 15. Kurt Wilcox's boy came around the barracks a lot the year after his father died. I mean a lot, but nobody ever told him get out the way or what in hell he was doing there again. Kurt Wilcox's boy came around the barracks a lot the year after his father died. I mean a lot, but nobody ever told him get out the way or asked him what in hell he was doing there again. Question 16. The event that came to be known as the Pulse began at 3:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the afternoon of October 1st. The event that came to be known as the Pulse began at 3:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the afternoon of October 1st. Question 17. I've never been what you'd call a crying man. I've never been what you'd call a crying man. Question 18. There are 3 ways up to Castle View from the town of Castle Rock: Route 117, Pleasant Road, and the Suicide Stairs. There are 3 ways up to Castle View from the town of Castle Rock: Route 117, Pleasant Road, and the Suicide Stairs. And question 19. The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. I'll tell you which books those are the first lines for in just a moment. So let's rattle through these answers then. These were the first lines of question 1, carry. Question 2, the stand. Question 3, the dead zone. Question 4, Cujo. Question 5, the talisman. Question 6, it. Question 7, misery. Question 8, the dark half. Question 9, needful things. Question 10, Gerald's game. Question 11, Rose Madder. Question 12, desperation. Question 13, bag of bones. Question 14, dreamcatcher. Question 15, from a Buick 8. Question 16, cell. Question 17, 11, 22, 63. Question 18, Gwendy's button box. And question 19, the gunslinger. So carry, the stand, the dead zone, Cujo, the talisman, it, misery, the dark half, needful things, Gerald's game, Rose Madder, desperation, bag of bones, dreamcatcher, from a Buick 8, cell, 11, 22, 63, Gwendy's button box, and the gunslinger. Another 19 points on offer there. And that takes us up to 88 in total. There's 2 more rounds to go. How close are you to getting the 100? Let's see, shall we? Okay, next round is another quick round, and it's a missing vowels round. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to overlay in front of my face a phrase or word connected with Stephen King in some way, and I've taken out the vowels. You've just got to fill in the blanks and tell me what it is. So, for example, if I were to put up this, you would see all these vowels missing, just the consonants left, you would probably spot that it is Stephen King. Get it? Okay. There's 4 questions here. There's a train. Train! There's 4 questions where I've taken the vowels out, just left you with the consonants. Let's see how you get on. So here's the first one. Have a look. Any ideas? Pause if you have to. Okay. Here's the second one. Sometimes these just click into place. Just like that. Anyway, here's number 3. Bit of a longer one, this one. Concentrate. Like I say, pause if you need to. And last but not least, number 4. Here we go. Let's just show you them again. Here's number 1. And number 2. And number 3. And number 4. How'd you find that? Answers coming right up. Okay, those missing vowels then. So let's bring up number 1 again. Did you spot this? It is, of course, Hard Case Crime. Hard Case Crime. The home to the Colorado Kid, Joyland, and later. Hard Case Crime. Okay, bring up number 2. Bit of a trickier one. You probably got it because it's the Overlook Hotel. The Overlook Hotel. Okay, the third one then. The really long one. but I'm pretty sure you will have got it from around the middle. Of course, it's there are other worlds than these. There are other worlds than these. And then number 4, bit of a sneaky, cheeky one. Did you get it? Of course. It's Jahoobies. So Hard Case Crime, The Overlook Hotel, There Are Other Worlds Than These, and Jahoobies. There's another 4 points for you. We're now up to 92 points, and there's only one more round to go before we wrap up this quiz. So let's see how you get on, shall we? Okay, for this final round, I'm going to show you a cover of a Stephen King book. I'm going to cover the title, and you need to tell me which book it is. Now, the 8 books we're going through here are the 8 books in the Hodder Halloween editions. You can check out my video for that if you want to. Don't do it now, though, because that will give you an unfair advantage. Let's just get into it, shall we? There are 8 questions, 8 books here. Which one is this? Which one? Next up, number 2. Any ideas? Number 3. Bit of an obvious one, right? Can you get it? Again, feel free to pause. And number 4. Number 4. Number 5. Don't go wasting any points now. You're so close to the end. Number 6. Number 6. Number 7. Number 7. And my favourite, number 8. Final question of the quiz. Which book is this? Okay. The last 8 answers of this epic quiz coming right up. So, number 1, we had Bag of Bones. Number 2, the one that had to use both hands for, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. Number 3, the one you definitely got, Christine, of course. Number 4, Cell, proving you shouldn't always judge a book by its cover, because this cover is really good. Number 5, Carrie, of course. Number 6, you see the typewriter? It's Misery. Tap, 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 tap. Number 7, it's The Shining. A bit of the movie carpet there. Controversial. And number 8, my favourite, Rose Madder, with a crazy bull on it. And that brings us up to the end of the quiz and 100 points. Tally up your scores and then drop them in the comments. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you to say bye in just a moment. There we go. That was pretty epic, wasn't it? I'm sure it was daylight when we started, and it's rapidly getting dark now. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? 100 questions. Let me know how you got on in the comments. And of course, if you want to do Stephen King trivia night whenever you like, shameless plug, but you can pick up my book, The Ultimate Stephen King Quiz Book. You've played some of the games in here, but there's loads more. There's 172 19-question quizzes in this book. Everything up to Fairy Tale on the books and Mr. Harrigan's Phone on the movies. Yep, I've got some more quizzes to write. Maybe I'll have to do an updated version. Maybe a real publisher will pick it up one day. But anyway, this is available now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And if you like Stephen King, you like trivia, well, this is the book for you. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you for getting this far. Again, let me know your scores out of 100. I'd love to know how you got on. Let me know what you think of this. And hey, would you like to do more Stephen King quizzes? Maybe in a live format? I don't know. Something we could look at in 2024. But otherwise, thank you. Thank you so much for all your support throughout 2023 and before then if you've been around. Really looking forward to hooking back up with you guys in 2024. But until then, take care, stay safe, happy quizzing, happy holidays, and just enjoy the end of the year. See you very soon.